Let's make a fabric hanging storage pod. This tutorial will walk you through how to make your own pattern with no download or purchase needed. The hanging storage pod is a great organizational tool for wall hooks, doorknobs, or play areas. Plus, it features a front pocket. The materials needed are outer fabric, lining fabric, batting, 4 pieces of standard 8.5 by 11 inch printer paper, clear tape, pencil and ruler, thread, sewing machine or needle, pins and or sewing clips, scissors, an iron, and an ironing board. Step 1. Making the paper pattern. Take your first piece of 8.5 by 11 inch printer paper and fold it in half the short way. Measure and mark 2.5 inches from the top on the folded edge. Repeat this mark on the open end. Draw a straight line connecting the two marks. From the mark on the center fold, draw a slight curve connecting the 2 points. Using your scissors, cut off the curved section. Take your second piece of 8.5 by 11 inch printer paper. Measure and mark 5.5 inches on both short sides. Draw a line connecting the mark and cut across it. With the remaining paper scrap, cut out a small rectangle that is 3 by 8 inches in size. Take your third and fourth piece of paper. On its long side, center the 3 by 8 inch paper section along the edge. Tape the edge together. Step 2. Cut the fabric using the pattern. Layer your main outer fabric on top of your lining fabric. Pin your paper pattern pieces through both layers. Cut out the fabric shapes. Step 3. Cut out the batting. If you desire to make this project without batting, skip steps 3 and 4. Layer batting. Pin your cut main fabric pieces to the batting. Cut around each main fabric / batting piece, leaving extra space around the edges. Repeat on the main fabric piece number 3/4. Step 4. Attach the batting. If you have a walking foot attachment for your sewing machine, swap it out now. If you do not have one, you can tape a pin to your regular foot to help create equal spacing. I used 1 inch spacing. Sew horizontal lines through each pattern piece to quilt and attach the main fabric to the batting. You may change your quilted pattern if you desire. Trim off the extra batting from around the edges of each fabric piece. Step 5. Binding the pocket. Place your main fabric pocket piece, pattern piece number 2, in front of you, right side facing up. Place the lining fabric pocket piece directly on top of it, right side facing down. Sew along one long edge. Turn the pocket right side out and iron it so that 0.5 inch of the lining fabric shows over onto the front side. Iron flat. Place your batting inside the 2 layers, ensuring it is tucked tight into the crease. Pin it in place. Sew a straight line right where the 2 fabrics meet. Continue to secure the batting by sewing horizontal lines every 1 inch. Flip it over and cut off any extra batting extending past the edges. Step 6. Making the loop. Cut a piece of fabric in your desired print measuring 2.5 by 12 inches long. Fold the rectangle in half lengthwise, right side facing out, and iron the center crease. Open it up and fold both long raw edges inward to meet that center crease. Iron flat. Fold the piece in half again along the original center crease and iron. Top stitch down both long sides to secure the loop. Step 7. Attaching the pocket. Lay the pattern piece with the curve in front of you, main fabric facing up. Place the pocket piece on top, main fabric facing up, aligning the bottom edge. Pin or clip in place. Sew closely along the bottom edge to secure it in place. Step 8. Begin the assembly. Lay the large fabric pattern piece in front of you, main fabric facing up. Lay the pocket piece down on top of the large piece, aligning the straight long edge with the shorter edge. Pin or clip in place. Sew along the short bottom edge. Step 9. Construct the sides. Fold the large piece you just stitched in half, aligning the left and right edges. Pin or clip the sides in place. Sew along both side edges. Step 10. The lining fabric. Repeat steps 8 and 9 using your lining fabric pieces, however, with one change. Leave a 3-inch opening unsewn when stitching the short bottom edge together. You will need this opening for turning the pod later on. Step 11. The corners. For both the main fabric body and the lining fabric body, open the bottom corners and flatten them so the seams run down the middle of the corners. Clip in place. Sew the corner flat to box it. Repeat this on the remaining 3 corners. Step 12. Attaching the loop. Turn the main outer fabric body right side out. Fold your loop piece in half and clip it to your desired location on the main fabric. Sew the loop securely to the main fabric. Step 13. Adding the lining. Pull the lining fabric body over the main fabric section. The right sides of the fabrics should be facing each other. The raw edges of the lining will be facing out. Align the top circular edges together and clip them in place. Sew fully around the top edge, being aware when sewing over the loop location. Using a scissors, make small slits around the curved edge, ensuring not to cut the thread. Step 14. Turn the fabric. Reach through the 3-inch hole left in the lining and carefully pull the entire fabric pod right side out. Tuck the raw edges of the opening inward and sew the hole closed. Step 15. The final touches. Push the lining fabric down into the main outer section. Iron the top edge flat. Top stitch fully around the top edge for a clean, finished look. For the written instructions and photograph references, check out the tutorial on the Create Within Reach blog. Happy crafting!